Michael Loudon, Big Fish Northwest Talent. I'll be reading only the response answers. Yes, I did think that's essentially correct. There were other training information that was available prior to that, but this was the first regular periodic approach to training. I would, to the best of my knowledge, that's right. Well, I saw it as from an industrial hygienic standpoint to educate the workers to be careful on how they did their work to avoid excessively producing airborne concentrations of fibers. Well, certainly, that's the purpose of training, of course, is to get the individual aware so that he knows that there is a problem and that he can work towards controlling it. Well, I think that program started with our documents that we've produced on the asbestos control program 1968 to 1970, saying that basically we're going to have an asbestos control program until we eliminate asbestos completely. And while nothing seemed to happen immediately because there were unacceptable materials available from a medical standpoint, material was not available to replace the asbestos material and to do the job that the asbestos material did. So over a period of several years, the Navy worked with manufacturers developing acceptable substitutes, and as these products became available, then we had substitute materials come to the shipyard. I don't know, as there was actually a problem that said this is the asbestos substitute program. In my mind, asbestos substitution became an important issue when we wrote the report in 68 to 70. Well, I think that the Navy, through the medical community and the industrial hygienists, knew that there was a problem with asbestos to some magnitude. Now, I can't tell you when that was, specifically, because I wasn't there before 63. But from looking at old shipyard newspapers, reviewing other documents in the files, it's quite obvious that respiratory protection was required, and that asbestos was known to be a problem, certainly from the asbestos standpoint. Well, I'm sure that went back maybe 10 or 20 years prior to my arrival in 1963.